Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Darkwood Bushcraft. This is a bit of a spontaneous film because we've been out and about today and I've been doing various bits and pieces with a new knife that I've just picked up from a local shop in Plymouth called Pull the Trigger. Now, I've given this knife some heavy abuse this afternoon. I've been doing a bit of whittling spoons with it and bits and pieces around the beach. But what I actually wanted to talk to you about was the appropriateness of knife steels. Now, there's a lot of debate on forums and Facebook groups and things like that about what steel's best, and there's a lot of people that favour their very, very high-end steels, and there's nothing wrong with high-end steels at all, especially in the right context. But what I want to do as well is explain to you the benefits of some of the maybe, I don't want to say low-end steels because they're not. Things like Oz 8, 1095, things like that, they will hold a great edge, they will take a lot of battering, but more importantly of all, they can be touched up in the field. Now, the knife I've just bought is the home front from Columbia River Knife and Tool. It's a Ken Onion design, and it's strippable in the field, which is one of the reasons why I got it. But it's an Oz 8 blade, which is generally considered one of the poorer stainless steels. Now, there are some companies that do a fantastic heat treat on Oz 8. CRKT is one of them. One of the others is the Rat Knives by Ontario. They're fantastic, and the SE, Zancudo and Avispa are also amazing examples of folding knives in Oz 8. But one of the advantages of Oz 8 is it's very easy to touch up when you're out and about. So I'm going to show you a way of creating a sharpening system from nothing when you're out and about and you've got rocks and things like that available to you. I will show you how to make a quick sharpening stone so you can just touch your knife up in the field. And it's one of those things that you can really only do with these lower Rockwell 57, 58 sort of Rockwell knives. So I'm going to select a few stones from around here and then I'll show you what to do next. What we're looking for is some flattish, I'm going to select a few, then I'll pick the best ones and we'll go from there. Flattish stones with a nice flat edge on them. So let's have a look at these and we'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I've picked a couple of the stones that have reasonably flat edges. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these two stones, I'm going to wet them and I'm going to start to grind them together. Now, anything that's kind of sandstone in quality will do the job. This is a type of slate, sort of shale that's all over the coast down here in Cornwall. As you can see, we're starting to create a bit of a paste. Now, that's the particles of stone just wearing off and being suspended in the water. So that's kind of like how a whetstone works. And what we're essentially going to do now is we're actually grinding a nice smooth surface on both of these stones to create for ourselves our own little sharpening stone. So I'm going to do this for 5-10 minutes and then we'll get back to you and we'll show you exactly what we can do with it. Okay, so I've selected the best one out of all the stones, the two stones that I ground down flat. I've now wet it. I've just used seawater to wet it. That's another advantage of working with Oz 8 is obviously it's a stainless steel, so once I dry it I'm not going to have any issues with corrosion. So I'm just literally going to work with the angle of the blade. As you can see, I'm creating a paste on the surface of the stone, just like you would with a standard whetstone. The paste is fine enough that you can get a really, really good working edge. As if you would with a much more expensive stone. And this is just literally a stone that we've picked up off the beach, flattened down and moistened. Now let's give it a go. So this stuff is pretty tough. I don't know how this is going to work. I'd say we had a reasonably good edge there, wouldn't you? How to sharpen a knife in the field. Happy trails.